Ladies and gentlemen, it's 25 minutes until 11 o'clock. You're listening to the Morning Cruise on Bush Radio 89.5. Now, on the 3rd of December, we're going to be having a send-off concert for Burni Aman, formerly affiliated with Godessa. She'll be moving, or she's already moved, but she's coming back for a send-off concert, and we managed to get her through scheduling and time period here. Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? You don't need to call me ma'am.
Yeah. It's just the respecting kid just comes out in me. So how have you been?
I'm good. It's been nice being back. I came back for a little bit of a mini tour with my album and brought along 2 guests from Switzerland, MCs and producers. And basically we worked with my band here, The Sciences, and we traveled to within Cape Town and then Johannesburg and Pretoria and done a couple of concerts.
Yeah.
And next month I'll be going home.
Home.
Well, so to speak.
Yes.
When you talk about postal addresses.
Yeah. Okay, and then if I may ask, why the move?
Personal. I'm married.
Yeah.
And
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long while coming. So, my husband is situated that side, so I'm going back there again.
Okay. But then the music still lives, of course.
Yes, the music will forever live.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
The beat goes on.
Yes. Let's talk about Sweet Science. What was the concept behind that, the album?
The album, well, it didn't really have like a concept before I started. I just went to different producers and then asked people to give me beats, and I chose from that, and then ended up having all of the songs on the album, and it took quite a while to get it out there, but I'm happy that it's out there now, and that everything just sort of seemed to gel afterwards. And personally, I'm not the kind of artist who works with time constraints and concepts and stuff a lot of the times. Not that I'm opposed to that. Maybe I will do that for the next album.
Yeah.
But it just so happened that this album was more in that free kind of flowing kind of way.
Yes. Now, it being like a solo album, and you previously having to work with other people, how was it different in terms of preparation and conceptualizing when you basically have to do most of the creativity?
Obviously, there's a lot more pressure on your shoulders as an artist than if you're solo. So it took a lot more time for me in the writing process, also to hook up with the right people. Also in terms of adding vocalists and stuff on the project. A lot of the choruses are sung choruses, so I really had to look around for people that I liked. And I was making the album in Switzerland, so it was a new terrain for me, sort of.
Yeah.
So to really find people that I feel are good vocalists and stuff like that, and who are prepared to put in the work and help on the album, that took up a large chunk of the time. And also then, you have to make your own executive decisions in terms of like, okay, nah, that's not cool, give me something else, or maybe I'll use you on something else, and that's not such a nice thing, but all in all, it was a good process.
Yes. Okay, now looking at the industry, hip-hop industry in South Africa over the years, do you think it's made a turn for the best in terms of when we look at the content, what people are rapping about, as opposed to the corporate involvement or investment?
Content-wise, I mean, I
got you.
No, you didn't get me. No, you didn't. Yeah. I think I'm always open, and I think people should be open to hearing different views from youngsters. Certain things interest people, other things don't, and there's always a market for different voices. And I choose to use my words differently. And maybe someone else chooses to do something else completely different. But yeah, be open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then now the reception of your particular music, how is it different here to Switzerland?
Different.
Yes. Is there a difference, or do people just welcome it? Well, basically, we have to also look at the difference in the content there of musicians that side. Is it more or less the same?
You find similar things happening. Mm-hmm. I've been fortunate to work with some of the pioneers in hip hop in Switzerland, and also some of the newer cats. Mm-hmm. And so far, it's been very welcoming, very open. I'm busy working with a new crew at the moment. They're called Greater Goods, and we are 3 people, well, 4, including the producer. And then I'm also doing featurings with other artists over there. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's similar. There's always pockets mm-hmm. of things here and there. You can't really say that there's a difference. Maybe the one thing that I would maybe pick on is that people obviously maybe to a certain extent have more disposable income. Yeah. So they're able to go to more shows and things like that mm-hmm. more freely. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, just on you've been in the industry for a while. Excuse me. And mm-hmm. Being a female, what were some of the challenges that you faced? And so what are some of the pros and cons? Based on your journey.
I think partly, I think maybe all females are going to say this, that you really have to work harder than a lot of your male counterparts. And certainly during the time of Goddessa, we really worked extremely hard. Especially also now with my solo project, I knew that I had to push to get my stuff out there, and also to be taken seriously as an artist. And I think that's maybe one of the biggest challenges. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And people expect you to rap about certain things, and I'm not a feminist or whatever. I support women's issues, but that's not the total and complete focus of who Burni Aman is. Okay. And I think also for a lot of females, you shouldn't just classify us in one certain group. Yeah.
Okay. Now, on the 3rd of December, mm-hmm. There'll be your send-off concert. What can we expect from?
Well, I'll be playing with the band, which is really nice. Yeah. It's going to be at 169 Long Street. And we've got Nelson Mandela on keys, and then Ruby Crowe on drums, and Andre Hope on bass. And then we'll also be having other performances. We'll be having Garlic Brown, we'll be having Crosby, we'll be having Linkris the Genius. And I heard that Linkris will be bringing a special guest. Mm-hmm. And so and a couple of DJs, and it's going to be a really dope evening. Yeah. So, and I think the styles of everyone that's going to be there, that's going to be showcasing stuff, mm-hmm. is very different from each other. So, I hope that people come out and support. And, when you hear Crosby's going to have a show or be somewhere, it's going to be dope. It's going to mm-hmm. be on point. When Garlic Brown is going to be somewhere, it's going to be dope. Same with Linkris, same with a lot of the artists featured on the lineup for the evening. Mm-hmm. There's going to be something for everyone. Yeah.
You're so humble and down to earth.
Thank you.
So what is it that makes you sort of, very calm, and you actually, I can say you're very approachable. Usually when rappers, they sort of have a particular, particular characteristic where you'd be like, okay, mm-hmm. maybe your ego is out, but you seem very neutral at all time. How?
I don't know. Yeah. It's a good question. Yeah, I just think I am a calm person most of the time. I think obviously we all have our moments where we maybe lose our temper or whatever. Yeah. But essentially, I think I'm just that way.
Okay, that's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 15 minutes until 11 o'clock. Still with Burni Aman. We're going to go to a short song and then we'll continue speaking to her. Here is Burni Aman featuring Crosby with Alive. Stay tuned.
Maybe one day we will open up our eyes. History will have taught us that we have stood upon the shoulders of great men who have walked upon the face of this earth, sons of the soil from women of worth, and instead of fighting in unjust wars, being involved in the rise and falls of empires, bloodshed and brawls, we will ask ourselves, what the hell are we fighting for? We fight for tyrants who build their bricks to destroy.